I'm not a hero, but I fought with a company of heroes. My hope is that my story and those of others will encourage today's youth to carry on a legacy of freedom for all.
For Henry Zimmerman, the sounds of gunfire and mortar attacks have long been replaced by the quiet hum of an oxygen machine. That hasn't stopped him from breathing new life into old memories he once tried to block.
So when you go into a battle like that, and you want to forget it as quick as you can. So you get hurt too many times, losing your friends and buddies and all that.
Zimmerman was only 17 when the U.S. joined World War II, too young to fight for his country. But a year later, he was off to the Army, a teenager on his way to war.
You got to learn a lot of things before you go into combat.
What was the most important thing you learned?
Stay alive.
Despite fighting the Germans and temperatures dropping to 30 below zero at the Battle of the Bulge, he did just that. Many of his brothers weren't as lucky.
My buddies there got killed, and it's hard to take. That's the hardest part of war.
When Stephen Ambrose wrote Band of Brothers, Zimmerman wasn't ready to share what he had seen. Several years later, when HBO contacted him about the television show, Zimmerman changed his mind.
I felt all right because it's been quite a while, and I figured people should know about what went on.
He has once again opened up to speak about the war. His thoughts are captured in untold stories from the Band of Brothers.
Freedom is never free.
They may be his words, but too hard for him to speak.
My message to the new generation is to value the freedom that is yours to enjoy.
I feel proud of myself and my buddies that we saved the world.
For his wife Millie of 58 years, it's the first time she's heard many of the stories. And there's only one thing she can say to her soldier.
Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
But Zimmerman says he can't take all the credit.
It's not just my story, it's all of our stories.
He had a band of brothers behind him. In Oak Island, Joe Messeri, WWAY, News Channel 3.